Hello everybody and welcome to the first Is It Worth It with the Backwards Hat Guy. I am here checking out Path of Exile. I was doing some first impressions looks at some games, but I thought, it'd be a lot better if I spent a little more time in the game so I could talk more about the different aspects of each game and let people know, is it worth it to buy? Is it worth it to spend your time playing it? Because it's a big investment to play a game if you really think about it. Time, money, giving up whatever else you're giving up to spend the time doing that. I mean, so I've always found reviews to be helpful for me, so I just thought I'd do my own. This is a a dungeon looter, Diablo-esque type of game. Run around. Oh, here's some chests. Get the loot. Kill some guys. And they do things in this game that are a little bit different than probably you've seen in other games similar. First of all, as you can see, you cannot target things other than mousing over. So you can't just click on something and then spam your attacks or whatever, like in Diablo. And here is our first boss, which I think I'm just gonna have to spam my attacks a little bit. Hit a potion. If you notice, sometimes I'm missing. There we go. Easy does it. Very, very easy first boss.
I need more pockets.
Oh, I need more pockets. So, also I should say that this is a shadow class. Dex-based, believe it's Dex and Intelligence-based character. Here's a look at the menu. The inventory, I'm sorry, and as you can see, it's just like a lot of games in this style. I don't need a white one, I'll take this blue one. And like in a lot of games, you have different rarities. So you got the white rarity, the blue rarity, yellow, and then orange, I believe. And so you start out, you get abandoned on a ship, you're in exile, you've been exiled to this island, the ship crashes, you show up here and basically start helping out the people. Like any good RPG. So here's the town, which you will become very familiar with in the first little bit of this game. First, let me explain real quick a little bit more about items in this game. If you've noticed, there's these little circles on my items. So there's 3 attributes in this game that everything goes by: strength, intelligence, and dexterity. So strength, for every 2 strength you get 1 life, and for every 5 strength, 1% melee damage. For every 2 intelligence, it's 1 mana. Every 5 intelligence, 1% energy shield. I'll explain that in a minute. 1 dexterity is 2 accuracy, and 5 dexterity is 1% evasion. So with your defense, let's see if I have, yes I do. So defense has armor, which relates to how much damage is reduced, and then you have evasion, which has to do with your chance to evade an attack altogether. So what you can do is you can do like what I've got right now, a mix of armor and evasion, or you could just go one or the other. It's probably better to stack up with one or the other. Get a little bit more of a boost from that, I think. Right now I just got picked up whatever I could. I will probably eventually move towards mostly evasion. So these sockets on each of these things have are the colors: red, strength; green, dexterity; blue, intelligence. And you get these skill gems that you can place in them, which actually give you your skills. So your active skills, like what I was doing with my double.
I don't think I need to be doing that.
Can't show you here, but the double attack that I was doing is an active skill based on the skill gem, and as you attack, for every kill you get, 10% of that experience goes into your skill gem, and as you can see right here, it says 70 of 70, so I can actually level this up. So let's see, it says deals 70% of base damage, so you go down here, or if you're just here, it'll actually show up here, and you can actually view the gem and level it up there, or you can do it in the menu. I'll level it up. So now, not only does 70% of base damage, but also does 4% increased physical damage. So that's pretty cool. So your gems, you can level them up, and then what's really nice is you can right click, pop them out, and if you can see, it's still level 2, so it doesn't lose experience, and you can just take that and pop it back in. No penalties, nothing. Take it out of there, put it there, and if you can see down here, you've got your left click, your middle click, and your right click. That's my double strike, and it'll show you the DPS, mana cost, and attack speed for that. And with every active skill you get, it'll auto-populate down here, but then you can click and add whichever ones you want, and these are your other hotkeys, QWERT. And then with your potions, these are your numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how these work is you get the bottle, you can go to her.
I saw what you did to Hillock out there, Shadow. Your murderous art is the reason you're here, in exile. And it'll be the one thing that sees you through to another dawn.
So
Lionel's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live.
So she's asking me to go find a medicine chest from another wrecked ship. So let me show you what she's selling. So she sells these potion bottles and mana bottles, and what it does is it'll recover life over a number of seconds, and it consumes 7 of 21 charges. So when I use it, it uses seven charges, so it'll go down to 14 charges, which means I can use one bottle 3 times, but it refills itself on charges while you are in battle. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it'll slowly refill, and then when you come to town, they will automatically refill as well. So you can also get bigger, I don't know if, oops, not sell, purchase. You can get bigger ones, so this is small, yeah, you can get bigger ones and stuff like that. So here you got your belts that she's selling, you got rings, amulets, those all go, the rings go here, amulet, belt, and then boots, gloves, helmet, and then you also have 2 sets of weapons, and you can press X, switch between those really quickly in battle, which is kind of cool. And if you've got any active gems on them, as you can see, as I switch, it'll go away and come back. So it's kind of nice if you have different skills on the weapon or your shield or whatever. So that's interesting. And then let me go talk to this guy. He's also going to give me a little quest. He's going to thank me. Oh,
where'd you learn to fight like?
Thank me, and then I can choose what to grab here. So I've got dual strike. This is one mistake I made. Do not do this. I thought, oh hey, dual strike. Sometimes you'll see weapons that have a connection between them, and most of the times they'll be the same color. Oh, like this one right here. I thought, oh, that'd be cool. If I get the same one that I already have, maybe I can like double it up, put it on the same item. But no, they don't stack. The only gems that actually stack are if you have an active gem, active skill gem, and a support gem. So like here, if I had an active one and a support one, the support one would actually boost that active one. That's so that's another type of gem. So I want to stick with dexterity. So I want one of these green ones. Let's see, a fire trap. That'd be kind of nice. Or reeve. Attacks a small area in front of you. Each reeve that hits an enemy increases the area of effect. Interesting. That sounds cool. I'm gonna go with that one. So you just pop it in there and you're good to go. So they've got all kinds of different weapons. It's pretty crazy, but this is what I wanted to show you. So you've got the plate, which gives you armor, and then you've got this jerkin, which gives you evasion. So you have like light and heavy armor. The lighter stuff gives you evasion. The heavier stuff gives you armor. And that's true with your boots and your helmets as well. So that's kind of cool. So you can kind of focus either on one or the other. And then some of them, let's see if I can find one. Probably not because it's too early. Some of the armor will give you an energy shield. Oh, here we go. Energy shield 11. So what that does is it'll give you a shield. So it's basically like life on top of that, except the shield will also regenerate on its own without needing mana. I mean, potion. So it'll regenerate on its own, but then obviously you can't regenerate it right away. So let me talk to him real quick.
There's an island. Oh.
So he tells me where to go to find the medicine cabinet.
Welcome.
Let's talk to him. Oh, let's also talk about the economy. As I'm selling these, you might notice there's some interesting things populating up here. Basically, everything is, the currency is through these different items. So you have scrolls, and here I've got one of these orbs. You've got orbs and scrolls, and the orbs will do, this one for example will upgrade a normal item to a magic item, so it'll go from white to purple or blue. I don't know, I guess it's purple. The wisdom scrolls will help me identify an item. So these are unidentified. I could use a wisdom scroll to identify these, but these aren't items I'm going to use, so it's not really worth it to identify. That's another thing you should know early in the game. If it's not the type of weapon you're going to use, then just don't even bother. Unless you have maybe another character you want to use it for, or pop that in there. So now I've got a middle click item skill. So, oh, cool. So this is my stash. I actually got a lot of this stuff on my other character. I was playing as a Templar, and that's pretty cool. Your stash is account wide, which I kind of figured, but I wasn't sure. So down here, these things pop up. The little exclamation point will tell you your quest. It'll tell you what your quest is here, and then give you the map and show you where to go. So I need to go up to a new area and then over to a new area to find this medicine chest. And then down here, I have actually leveled up. I am level 2. I'll show you right here. And then you have your experience bar down here, level 2. I leveled up. So here we go. And now, be prepared to be intimidated. This is your passive skill tree. Everything on here is passive. Nothing is active. So, for example, my very first choice is I can either increase my attack speed or increase my spell damage. So the character that I am, as you can see, I've got a good balance between intelligence and dexterity. Not so much on strength. So strength will affect my melee damage. Intelligence affects my mana and spell damage, and dexterity will affect my evasion, accuracy, and range damage. So I can either go for more of a ranged character or more of a spell-driven character, or kind of a combo of both. So that's interesting, but just watch this. Yeah. Look at how intimidating this is. And so if you notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they represent a kind of a circle split into 3 parts. You have your intelligence up here. So this is pure intelligence. This is the witch. Pure intelligence witch. The Templar is intelligence and strength. I believe it's the duelist. No, I'm sorry. The Marauder is straight strength. Yeah, Marauder is strength. Then the duelist is strength and dexterity. The Ranger is straight dexterity. And then the Shadow is dexterity and intelligence. That's how it works. And then you have the oh gosh, I don't remember the name of this middle one. It's a pretty interesting class. I don't think you can normally select this class. You have to unlock it. So this is where you start. And you see these big ones, these bigger ones. So this will give me a 12% increase to attack speed and plus 20 dexterity. So these are pretty significant boosts. And then you see these really big ones that change the way your character actually is played. So this one would give me 30% chance to dodge, 50% less armor and energy shield. So this one basically forces me to go all evasion and try to just evade everything, which is interesting. And then this one, 30% chance to dodge spell damage. So that's cool. That'd be a good combo if you wanted to go pure evasion, and then in between we've got more chance to dodge. So I mean, as you can see, it is a huge passive tree, skill tree. And the other thing that's interesting about it is it doesn't lock you in from, to just your class. So like, I was playing as the Templar, and I actually went the intelligence route and started going up towards some of these witch things. So I'm a Templar, but I'm pretty much just very strong in intelligence. So since I went intelligence, I'm gonna try maybe attack speed and dexterity, physical damage with one hand, melee, while dual wielding. Okay, so with bows. So I kinda, I don't know. I'll go with the attack speed. So you click on there, you hit apply, and then we're good. So that's how the passives work, and you get 1 point every time you level up, and then also you can get points through quests every once in a while, and sometimes you get like this little book. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, so oh, that was interesting. Oh, that is cool. That is a very useful.
Low on mana.
So, yeah, combat, it's pretty basic. I mean, I do kind of like the fact that you can't just auto-target and then just spam your attacks. Sorry, I was pushing the wrong button there. So it makes it a little bit interesting because you can't just auto-target, make it that simple. There we go, I picked up life flasks right there. So I'm going to drink that one, and so as you can see, if you keep an eye on that as I'm attacking, that went up. So it looks like maybe you get 1 charge per kill. Trying to use this spell as much as I can. I keep running out of mana, keep forgetting about that. So in this area there's these cannibals and these undead. You run around just like any of these types of games. You run around and grab loot, find gross things, loot stuff. So yeah, this is a quick overview of Path of Exile. And just to let you know what I think is good and what I think is bad. I'm just gonna kind of run around here while I talk. The good is I like the way they do things differently with the skills and the sockets, and it really pays to have good friends that play this, that you can trade items with, because later on sockets become extremely important. Because you could have the most amazing item, but if it doesn't have the sockets that you need, so let's say I've got a green gem and a green support gem, I need something with 2, and see, look at this one, this is not connected, so I would not be able to use this with a support gem. These are 2 separate gems. So it becomes extremely important to find something with the right sockets, and there are items. There is a type of orb that can reset the sockets on something. So if you have something that's amazing, you can reset the sockets to get what you want, but that can get expensive. So it does definitely pay to help to have friends who are also playing that can help out. You can also just jump in the chat. I have the global chat off right now while I'm recording. You can also just talk in global chat and find people and trade stuff. I'm not always a huge fan of that, but it is there. I definitely need to let you know that it is there, and that is an available way to get stuff and to trade things. There is no like marketplace, but like I said, you can trade with people. And if you notice, there's nobody around me right now, but in town,
Low on mana.
I don't know if there were, but when you're in the town, it actually creates an instance where other people are in there as well. So you're never completely alone. But in this case, this is an area that is instanced, so only people that are in my group would be able to jump in here. Also, there are a bunch of social features. It is pretty easy to just jump into a group that are similar level to you, so that's available as well. So that's pretty cool. Makes it pretty easy to just jump into a group and go out there, start adventuring with other people. The kind of my criticisms of this game, servers seem to be a little hiccupy, if you know what I mean. Every once in a while, I haven't really seen it here yet, but every once in a while, things just won't quite happen as fluidly as they should. There's kind of like this weird server lag, and people have been having problems with disconnecting,
I'm
and
impressed by how much this place
I
wants
actually
me
was
dead.
disconnected at a very inopportune moment. There we go, there's a portal scroll. They have these portal scrolls that open up a portal to the town, right? And actually, I'll show it right here. If I can kill these guys. Oh, my gem leveled up. Level that up. Hey, come here. So, if I want to use a portal scroll, bam. So I create a portal, I click on it. Alright, it takes me right to here. And if you're in a group, you can actually use somebody else's portal as well, which is really, really cool. So let's say I come back here. I'm like, yeah, I want to sell some items. Let's just sell it all. I can always get that stuff back. Okay, so I sell it. And at this moment, bam, I got disconnected, which killed my portal, and I was in an area that was really far away. Oh, there you go. Right on cue. So, now when I go back in the game, my portal won't be there, and I won't be able to go back to where I was, when normally you'd be able to just go back and click on your portal and be right there. So, that is a bit of a frustration right now. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully they're working on that, on fixing that. So that's an issue. Server lag's an issue. It's not too bad. It's not unplayable, don't get me wrong, but there are an occasional frustration. And honestly, the story in this game is not overly compelling. Definitely not enough to really grab me. I really love stories in games. I really get into it. But this one just really didn't hold my attention, and it just started feeling really grindy, really fast. And again, this is the type of game that is so much more fun with friends. So my recommendation is, if you've got a couple of friends that are interested in this game, definitely check it out. It's free. That's the other thing I need to talk about. It is a free, completely free game. You can play everything for free, which is really cool, really nice. They do have this in-game store, but it's definitely not pay to win. The only things you can buy are like aesthetic things, different looks for your gear, different animations for attacks, which is kind of cool. I think you can buy pets as well, and they'll have special pets for special occasions. Like right now for Halloween, they have some Halloween pets you can buy, which the pets don't do anything. They're just for for fun. You can also buy more tabs to your stash, which would be kind of nice. It's pretty cheap, so it's very reasonable. But yeah, if you just want to play the game, you can play the game for free completely, which is really cool. So I would say definitely give it a try if you're interested in this type of game. You like it, I'd say definitely give it a try. It's free, and if you like the game, definitely support them. You know, upgrade your stash a little bit, support the game. But yeah, definitely a friends type of game. Find some friends. But that's about it. Check it out. You can check it out on Steam. I'll have a link in the description. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.